quiet.
The hole yawns back at you, impossibly wide. A single tentacle burrowed through stone.
This is an Illithid colony. This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
Ah, here we are. The infection at the heart of Moonrise.
This place brings back the worst memories. It's like being kidnapped all over again.
My memories of this place are grim. The reality is worse.
Fascinating as our surroundings are, we must press on. If our runaway general is down here, the heart of the Absolute will be too.
Elminster's not around, so it might as well.
Tread carefully. We are very close to the source of the Absolute now. Our telepathic storm has become a tempest.
The stench.
Fresh recruits.
I wonder how many pilgrimages to Moonrise ended down here.
A morgue is a muster yard.
No will sparks behind his eyes. You could kill it, end its miserable life of enslavement. Surely that would be the humane thing. You could take advantage of its vulnerability. And pliant his well-worn boots, his shiver of impact, crack of bone. He removes the brains, digs free the squirming tadpoles. The unworthy ones given over.
Part of one mind. 4 little feet.
With a lurch, you realize he means the intellect devourers. Here, the brains are harvested, made part of the hive mind.
But there is one. Little kitty. Dances to another song. Same song as you. Nursery. Here, locked up. Bad kitty. Thinks it is chop chop. Help them. Master down deep. 1 of 3. Yes. No! No touch! It is wrong. Other.
You focus on the source of the power, but it is quiet and still. It needs to rest.
You sing wrong song too. Sing other song together then. But away from here.
We are free! Thank you, friend. But perils remain, near and far. Better to stay together. You and us, we will remain with you. Call us, and we will be at your side.
So much blood. The Illithids take what's useful and discard the rest.
One with the weave.
What to do?
Wonderful. I was just thinking I was far too clean.
There can be no respite.
Salutations.
At least things have stayed interesting. Still breathing, despite everything.
Prepare the march. My chosen gather below.
At your command.
Discern, faithful.
Gods, you're beautiful.
By my oath.
Never a dull moment. With haste.
On your command, yes. Whatever experiments Balthazar performed here, I fear he made more than thralls and ghouls.
Allow me to demonstrate. Let's light them up.
Let me strike. Lila Lurl.
One can't always be a gentleman, of course.
feel death's cold grip. Be quick.
I thirst for combat.
Death is but a word away. Torment!
Scratch. Grievous wound.
I'm ready.
Unleash me.
Dance become. You're mine.
Time to get going.
The console bursts into life. A mind touches your own. Alien and full of desperate need, but fragmented too. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but needs you to guide the process, linking each part of your mind to its like. The mind passively awaits your input.
Descend. Prepare. Obey. Liberate.
Mindflayers and civilians,
To make slaves.
side by side.
Those who should be masters.
This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap. Brine pools,
That pod.
but empty of tadpoles.
By Grazit's cock, it's about time you came. Go on and gloat. Bow to your pretend crowd. All done? Good. Now, enough sniffing around and get me out of this thing. I'll be damned. You want to free the pup from his pact. And you thought that idiotic display would do it. Oh, bravo. Fine, I'll play your game. But I amend the pact. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul bearers' fulfillment of related obligation. Now, open the pod.
Your eyes turn to the control panel next to the pod. It has two devices marked with illithid symbols. The controls are open to your tadpole's command, to your authority. . '
Good work. I'd give you a gold star, but I'm fresh out. As for the pact, Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soul Bearer from all obligation within 6 months.
Oh, 6 months is a trifle. You barely read through a single bookcase in Candlekeep in such a time.
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you. Not going to happen, but I do like your spunk. Right. I'm out of here. I need a long bath. I'll leave you to your very serious business. But don't you fret. If you survive this place, I'll find you. The pup will be needing me. Count on it. Oh, and ask Will how we met.
Will's devil is a sly little wretch. I'll give her that.
We came here to find Ketheric and the Absolute, not Will's devil mistress. We must press on.
This pod has a different air to its chitinous cavern. Dust and dirt are gathered on the inside. It's broken beyond repair, seemingly by a blunt impact, as if whoever was inside threw themselves against it in an effort to break out. Your brain hurls an image towards you, your own head, blood gushing down in front of your eyes.
Oh yes, that's yours all right. Even stale, I'd recognize that bouquet anywhere.
Banging your fists on a chamber until half your fingers were broken. How long inside? Days? Months? Lifetimes? The parasite was inserted into your head and your body crammed into a pod long before you were moved to the Nautiloid. A laughing woman, taunting you. She betrayed you. Who was she? Perhaps even this very pod was your prison. Where were you first captured? It's impossible to remember. Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your mind. Every Mindflayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet elithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Have them ready.
eliminated. Enough! My mind is my own!
Victims await. Right away.
No choice but to keep going. Time to press ahead.
Fresh orders? I will not fail.
The lance board is set. Hells. I didn't think I was going to make it. Thank you. I owe you an explanation. Much more than that. But first, please, the others, the ambush. Tell me they survived. You've heard some of it, I'm sure. That I froze, or broke, or some other lie that is kinder than the truth. We were ambushed by cultists, yes. And then I heard her. Their false god, whispering promises in my mind. I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose, a god's power. And all the while, the cult tortured them. They fought and ran and died around me, while I imagined myself their savior. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. I did not just surrender to the Absolute. For a moment, I welcomed it. Until I realized what I'd done. Perhaps I fought. I don't recall. Either way, I was deemed unworthy of becoming a true soul. I won't make excuses. I can't make amends. But I know something of what you came to do. I want to help, if you'll let me. Ketherick is below. He thinks you're no longer a menace. Descend and show him how wrong he is. If there are any more survivors to be found, I'll find them and lead them out of this place. They have you. Hells. I did finish what you came here to do. I dare say you've done enough for me.
I don't know how to thank you. I thought I was done for. This is a bleeding shit show. Half my squad's dead. We came here to rescue Duke Ravengard. But we didn't stand a chance. Yeah, he was still human.
Well, some rest's better than none.
Some who worked here were not thralls or undead. They were loyal to Ketheric and his grim cause.
Lashes. Balthazar let one of his walking carcasses lapse from his control. Wait! By the Bone Lord. It's you! I thought I'd never see you again. I wanted to keep you for myself, but they shipped you away. Oh, poor stupid thing. Why is it even here? I thought we sent its pod away so it could be used elsewhere. Oh, adorable. I did miss it. It's... oh, how precious. Sweeter than any woman who still has her brain. The things I'd do with you. I think we have to put you down. Something must have gone wrong for you to have wandered all the way back here. This won't hurt a bit.
Let's have some carnage. Time for a new approach.
Understood.
Swords meet sorcery.
You will beg for death long before we rise.
I've missed this.
Our enemies still draw breath.
She is but the hack doctor who half pieced you together after whatever caused your head to get in this mess. Someone else must have attacked you in the midst of whatever you were doing down here. This necromancer was a grunt in the scheme of the horrors enacted against you. That attacker is the source. In the heart of all these membranes, there was a dagger awaiting you all along.
Intestines throb, blood whispers.
Fresh orders? I've got a long road ahead.
Not design, but death. Descend. Prepare. Liberate.
A whole fleet of nautiloids. How many true souls have passed through this place?
You wish to consult me?
The platform's already here.
Awaiting orders.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Descend. Obey.
Is there something you want to talk about, my dear? I'm all pointy ears, my love. How could I say no? You are perfect. Every time.
Is anyone else's tadpole squirming around a lot more than usual?
Mine too. It senses something down there. Something big.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes, with cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough, but what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from her.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge, but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The Lash of Thor!
Testament of Merkel!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
Look at that crown. It radiates with power unlike anything I've ever seen. To have it. To hold. Oh, if only I could. But I can't. This is it. I must do as Mystra commands. What choice do I have? More than just a goddess counseled my courage. Whole worlds hang in the balance. I do trust you. More than myself right now. Perhaps even more than Mystra. I have no desire to end your life, you know that. To end it? To struggle on. It is a grave choice you're making for us both. But if it must be so... very well. I'll stand down to stand by you.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Who preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare